I met Jason right before COVID hit. We had a couple roundtables at our house because I was just trying to meet everybody and work things out to do that. And Jason had just won his first term for school board for D11, and this young man came into my house, and mostly the people around the table were older, and it was great to have that perspective, to hear what it was like, and asking him, how could people have helped you, during the campaign? And he talked about really mundane things that just would have helped out his family so that he could have spent more time on the campaign trail. And so very often with candidates, it's just coming alongside and asking them, what do you need? And you can be involved in the political process. You might never run. You might not have the money to give to them. But there are things that you can do, and you can support them to help them and get them in. And I think that we've seen more than anything else that the school boards in our area have been very, very powerful and very, very effective in bringing change here. And so thank you, Jason, and thank you for your service. And Parth is also here. Yes, so there. Parth is it chair of the board, president of the board? Of the board of D11 also. And we are developing this curriculum. Like I'm amazing how much it's unpacking. Dwayne, are you here? Robertson? Are you here? He's going to be here. Are you here? He's over there. Dwayne, thanks so much. Dwayne's bringing me in that we are going to be teaching this journalistic ethics program as part of the career training and dual enrollment in D11 starting in the fall. That students will be able to learn this, get college and high school credit. And so a big part, and learning journalistic ethics and media vocational training, and then plugged into an internship with us, or we have so many, there'll be others around town that need interns. Everybody wants interns, they just don't have time to train them or to manage them, but that would then be my job to do that and send them out. And so I really appreciate what D11 is doing in pioneering education, and I'm really looking forward to this program. And in fact, what you're supporting tonight is the development of that curriculum, and that whole program is what we're mostly putting the money toward tonight, so that we can be ready to teach this not only to public school, but also to homeschoolers, and offering this to homeschool students, which we're a homeschool family. So Jason Jorgenson, a board member of D11, you were also a school teacher in D2. Yes, Jason Jorgenson.
And a quick shout out, I see John Graham back here, former D49 president of school board, did amazing work through COVID, so give him a quick round of applause. We got Jared Goldburn up front here. He's had a heck of a year. And so, I'd love to just start with an update on what's happening in education. A lot of people you chat with, they just go, oh, well, it's a lost cause, or it's just politicized now. And I just want to give you a quick update on things before we chat about some of the cool things that Chaim already mentioned. So D11 is on the move. We have so many awesome things happening in our district and in local districts around the region. There's a lot of things you probably don't even know about. One of those is a lot of our choice. We're putting public education back in the hands of the public and the parent. And we're offering multiple pathways for their students to choose success that is right for them. And so what I love is our ability, along with Dwayne. So Dwayne is our director of our CTE programming. So if you have an idea on, hey, how do we do an HVAC internship or an HVAC pathway, Dwayne's your guy to go, we'll start that up. If you have an idea on how do we bring electricians and things, a pathway, and get them out in the field and get them experience and apprenticeship, Dwayne's your guy to do that at D11. So we are so open to innovation and ideas in providing the success that students want to seek that's meaningful to them. Gone are the days of saying, well, it's college or military or career. We are no longer saying it's K-12 education. We're looking at how to take care of students beyond just, here's your diploma, now good luck. We're looking at ways to go, how can we offer you dual enrollment and concurrent enrollment with our cool schools like Odyssey Echo at our Roy J. Wasson Alternative Campus. We're offering pathways into, recently, one of the things I wish I had when I was a D11 student, airplane mechanics and private license for being an airline pilot. We're offering those pathways. Where was that when I was in D11? So these things are wonderful opportunities. And there's also, I just want to let you know that we haven't abandoned the skilled trades either. We kind of mentioned some of them. We still have woodshop in a couple of our middle schools. So for all those folks I was talking to back in 2019 and 2023 when I ran for re-election, so you guys need to bring skilled trades back into school. You guys just need to bring back good old shop. Newsflash, we've got some of the best CTE programs in the state happening right here in the city. And they're expanding. And now we're looking at expanding them again with this journalism and ethics class. So we've got just a couple of shout outs because Dwayne's here and I just love all the CTE stuff we're doing. As a person who felt like I had an entrepreneurial bug in high school and didn't know what to do with it, so I just felt like I had to go the path of college and all that. We are offering solutions for those kids that were like me. We just go, I don't want this, but I don't want that, and I just don't. Mom and dad might be saying something, or I just feel like I gotta do this to check a box. We're offering those alternatives and those cool pathways to success in D11 and in a number of other districts in our area. And lastly, just a nod to our culinary program. We have one of the only industrial kitchens in a school besides Pikes Peak State College. So our culinary program is amazing, and that's our Roy J. Watson Alternative. We spent a couple $1 million in revamping that whole program, and we've got some of the best kids making some of the best delicious treats you'll see. So anyway, I'll digress. So tonight we want you to consider supporting bringing in that journey back to the middle of nonpartisan, non-political, neutral learning environments for our students. You heard Heidi and all mention the flag, the advocacy for these flags in classrooms and happening in the southwest corner of our state. That doesn't belong in our classrooms. We are there to educate children. Reading, writing, arithmetic, and pathways to success. So tonight, we're just looking at expanding that. How do we offer those folks that want a voice in media, that maybe have the God-given voice of a radio, which is not me, to say, how do I get into that, or how do I go investigate this? I remember education when I was teaching, that we were talking about primary sources versus secondary sources. And I bet if you asked our kids these days, they wouldn't know what that meant. I got from a TikTok, which was shared from an Instagram, which I got from a thing, and we don't know. So teaching the right way to find truth and to find what's real, that's what education and learned institutions are about. And so we're here to promote that. It's happening in D11. It's happening in other great districts, D49, D20, and we're excited. So I would just like to end with, letting you know that to consider supporting this education foundation tonight. Haim is a great guy. He started coming into this town not knowing anybody, and yet he can gather a group of people this size a few years after coming into town. So his leadership, his drive to do what's right and integrity and in finding the path forward for bringing people together and offering different ways of success is what he's asking you to support tonight. And so there's obviously a vision and a connection with what he wants to do and grow in D11 and offer to homeschool and I would assume to other expanding school districts in the region. But man, let's get this started right, and let's give him a good foothold of support to get going and to keep moving education in the right direction. So, thank you.
Thank you.